Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got this beautiful M4 G82 in for a rear wing, the M Performance wing. A lot of controversy around these. Your boot lid does need drilling and we need to waterproof it as well. So in this video we're going to show you how we do that step by step. On some of the spoilers you can get a BMW fitting kit. On other spoilers you can't. This is one that you can't. So you cannot use the BMW fitting kit for this. So we're going to take you through step by step. We'll come back to you throughout the video and just explain a few things as we go. Enjoy. Okay, so that is the boot spoiler removed. So once you do this, you've got to make sure that you give this a really good clean up. Naturally, you need to get all the adhesive off and then give it a nice good clean up. Make sure that there's no more adhesive under here that you can see, because once you've got the M Performance spoiler on, it's going to be difficult to get to it. So just make sure that you are nice and smooth. Take that little bit of extra time and make sure that this is all prepped properly. So the next stage is to strip out the boot, which I'm gonna adjust the camera so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So we need to get the boot liner out, and then we're going to need to temple it up, which I'm going to show you how to temple it up as well. So I'm going to adjust the camera now. I'm going to show you guys, I'm not going to speak while I'm doing it, I'm going to show you guys how to take the boot liner out, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so that is the boot lid free. So once you start pulling this down, just be aware that you have got a plug in here. So you don't want to be going too far. You just need to go far enough so that you can get to that plug. So it just pulls off nicely. Pop it down. You can see the wire. Unplug. Pull away. Okay, and that is pretty much all you need to do for now. So as you can see here, the boot lid is double skinned. So we are going to have to go through the second skin on one occasion on the template, which means using a much larger drill bit and cutting out a much larger hole in the second skin. Very important, because what you don't want to be doing is drilling through. You've got an angle here and putting a bolt on that angle there, because one, it's going to come loose. Two, you're not going to get any waterproofing. So you just need to make sure that you cut that out and go flush with the first skin. It does come with dangers. If you go too far, you can go through the first skin, or you can dent the first skin. So you've got to be really, really careful when you do this. It's a one-chance saloon, so just be very careful. Take your time. Even if you just go through the skin to a point, and then just get some pliers and just work it off, even better. So we'll do that now. I'll be quiet on the camera for a bit. We'll show you how we do it. Okay, so moving on to the business end of the job now. I'll just peel this off. So when you're drilling through, we have now got a template for the aftermarket spoilers, and we've had to run the template through this genuine one. So we've got both. So if we get a genuine spoiler, we've got a template. And when we get the aftermarket spoilers, we've also got a template to go with those as well. And you'll see, if you can see on the camera there, see how far out the holes are in relation to the OEM. Now, you do get OEM kits, which we have got one here, which fit underneath nicely. There's a lot more drilling involved with the OEM kits, especially with the big drill bit. A lot more risk involved as well. Whereas with this, we're just drilling through once, taking some of the second skin out from the boot lid, and then going flush with the bolt there. So you can see with the template, you can't get it wrong. You literally push it up to the top of the boot, move it to the edges, That's it, we're templated. Obviously, I'm going to tape this down, make sure that it doesn't move, but use a small drill bit first, go through, piloting, so we pilot all 4 holes, have a look on the other side, make sure that you're level on the other side as well, see where you're going to need to drill. Then with the, we use an M6 drill bit to go through for the M6 bolts, so follow it up with an M6 drill bit all the way through, and that'll give you an idea of where you need to be drilling on the second skin on the other side. Take your time with this, guys, do not rush it. It is a one chance saloon. So make sure that the template's lined up. It's lined up at the top here, lined up at the sides, and that gives us exactly where we need to be. So just be careful, take your time, and just make sure that you're only drilling once. That's the main thing. Over the years, when I've been learning how to do this on not so much expensive cars, I've been slightly out, and you have to re-drill. You've got no choice, which gives you a bigger hole. Yes, it's covered, but it's not ideal for the customer. It's not great for the car, and for you as a professional, it's not good either. So just make sure you're drilling once. So you pilot, then you drill through, have a look at the other side, make sure that you know where you're taking the second skin out of. Don't go too far, which I'll show you on the next video anyway. And then you'll find that you've got a really nice tight fit. So we'll move on now. We'll get on to the drilling phase. I'll shut up for a little bit, and you can have a look and see what we do. Okay, so moment of truth. I like to put a little bit of markings on there, and then with your pilot, just make a start. So through first skin. And we're now through the second, so that'll give you a good idea. Only one skin there. So same on this side. Just helps have a sharp drill bit. So we're through the first skin. Through the second. Make sure you control the drill. You don't want to be going slamming down. And we're through one skin. Okay, what I like to do, it's just good practice. Just get rid of any filings. The tape, if we do need to re-drill these, we need to go on an M6, so I like to put a little bit of tape just around the holes. Just don't forget, you're going to be getting a lot of filings, so as soon as you start going through with the M6 drill bit, you're going to be getting a lot of filings, so we want to try and minimise any damage to the car, or eliminate any damage. So by doing this, I can quickly blow them off the tape. So just surround each hole. Like that. That's it. So the first thing to do now is open up the boot and just check your other side. So as you can see here, that's perfect. We've gone through the first skin. But this one is right on the corner of the second skin. And the same with that one there as well. You can see they're absolutely bang on because they're in exactly the same place on either side. So here at Kits UK we use the Milwaukee drill bits, really sharp on the edges. So do this in stages. So make sure you are central on the hole, and then what you don't want to do, you don't want to create too much heat. Feel it now. That's starting to cut through really nicely. There we go. So it's so important to control the drill bit. And then moving on. The next one, remember you're going through two skins on this one. Remember, you don't want too much heat. It could bubble the paint around it. And then through the second skin. Okay, that's one side done. So exactly the same on the other side. Really important that you've got sharp drill bits for this. Skin number one, and again this is a two skin. That's the first skin. That's the second skin. And that's it, all the drilling is done. So remove the tape. Okay, so next phase, these are the drill bits I'm talking about. Okay, so nice big hole, but only in this first skin. So you can see, let me just take the camera off the tripod again for you guys. So you can see now we're straight through, but you can see how close that is to the first skin. So it's really, really important that you don't go through the second skin. So you're literally scoring this area here. So this area will cut through, and then this one will score. So the drill itself is not going to be pretty, so we're going to have to tidy that up afterwards. But it's better than going through that first skin. So we're going to cut through here, we're going to score here, and then I'm going to work the metal out just so we can get to that first skin. Okay, so with these drill bits, you can see we've got the center drill, which gives us the circumference for that. So I'm going to pop that in there. We're going to try and drill it as straight as we can. You can see it's starting to go through that second skin now. Okay, so just be careful. Just monitor it. What I like to do at this point, because we're through here, I don't want to put any more pressure on this. So I'm just going to angle the drill bit this way a little bit, just so that the cutting blade can start to score. You can all see that it's starting to score it now. Okay, so just keep angling it. Keep checking it, guys. So it's cutting nicely around there. Okay. You can see it's now going through the bit that I've scored. Really, really important. All right. So I just want to get a little bit more on this edge here, and then I can work it off. Okay, that's enough for me. And I'm just going to work this metal out. You see it? It's nice and loose anyway. So there we go. I don't even need the pliers. So just work it out. And there we go. We've exposed this first skin, which is what we need. Okay, nice and neat, or as neat as you can be. So we'll file this down. You've also got some bonding in here from BMW as well. So I'm just going to try and cut through that. I don't need to get loads out, I just need enough so that I can get down. Can be quite helpful as well regarding the waterproofing. Just cut as much as you can out. And that's it, that's all I need out, I don't need any more than that. And then we're going to the other side, exactly the same process. And we've got it. A little bit of bonding out. Use a really sharp knife. Yep, perfect. So we'll go down on the boot. Yep, everything's good there. So now it's time to test fit. Okay, so that is literally it for the M Performance style spoiler on this G82. So I always like to do an instructional video. A lot of companies will do vlogs, do a quick talk over, and then show you all the video, maybe even speed it up and everything else. I like to show you step by step on how to do things. So that is the outside waterproofed and the inside as well. The only thing left to do on this now is to put the boot liner back in and just let it set, just let it go off. And then it'll be absolutely fine to drive within I'd say 4 to 5 hours. You've got your bolts in there, so it's not going anywhere. So it's 4 M6 bolts, which go straight through into the manufactured threads on the spoiler itself. So yeah, it can be quite complex. It can be quite nerve-wracking drilling through the boot lid. At the end of the day, it's an M4 competition. It's a G82. You know, you don't get much change out of £50,000 for one of these now. So be careful. Make sure you measure. You guys will not have the template that we've got, so I understand that you're going to need to do plenty of measuring. So just make sure you measure, make sure it's square, make sure that it is where it's supposed to be. So reference any pictures, reference this video now, but reference any M Performance pictures that you see on the internet from BMW. You'll see exactly where the spoiler needs to be on the boot lid. And just take your time. You'll be absolutely fine with it. So the only thing that I will say, be very careful drilling through this second skin. If you go too far, you can hit the first skin and it's going to show through. So be very, very careful with that. Other than that, you can't really get it wrong. Once you've got it lined up and you've marked where you need to drill, you can't get it wrong. And it goes on, as you can see, beautifully.